I have people now that I know that every time I look at their social media, I'm like, yo, I just really wish you would just come out, because at our big age, you still worried about what the hell somebody gonna say in church. If they ain't paying your bills and taking care of you, or even caring about what, because I guarantee you, they living their life according to however they want to live their life, just long as you don't know about it. Please. But y'all worried about what I'm doing in my bedroom. Child, adjusting that bed upright, sleeping in the middle of my shit. Yeah, that's what I'm doing in my bedroom. Watching TV, falling asleep to the TV. Child, yeah, that's what I'm doing in my bedroom. Eating snacks. Y'all, it lasted about 3 months because I was trying to fight it and fight it and fight it. And you know what I'm saying? And then I didn't have anybody in my life to be like, okay, girl, look, you got to walk this thing. We're going to walk this together, and this is how we're going to do it. This is how I did it. Or this is how I don't know. Common sense ain't common. That's why y'all got me. Hey, what's up, y'all, and welcome to the Fearless Perspective Show. I'm your host, Julia, and as you know, this is where you come to hear what common sense sounds like. Like, you already know what time it is. Like, come on now. Like, you already know. And then you already know I'm going to say the shit that y'all be thinking but don't want to say, or just be thinking and being like, I wonder if anybody else think like this, or am I the only one that thinks like this, or am I the only one dealing with this situation or in this situation? No, you're not. I'm here to let you know you are not. That is my purpose. I promise you. That's my purpose, to let you know you are not alone in whatever you are going through or have gone, because somebody is either going through it or has gone through it, or they probably will go through it. And just like you're going through whatever, you'll be able to give someone else a perspective, your perspective on how you got through the situation. Period. That's what we're about. Like, for real, that is really what we are about. So I appreciate you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all for listening, watching, however you're, tuning into this to this show, whether you're on the podcast platforms and you're just listening. I appreciate you for listening. If you're on YouTube, what up though? What's happening? I know y'all see me. What's happening? But no, I appreciate you for tuning in and watching and looking at this brown faced lady. I appreciate y'all. But again, however you're doing, you're listening and tuning in, I appreciate you, because at these platforms, we have a plethora of things within our grasp that we could be listening to and watching, and y'all choosing to listen to me today. I appreciate y'all so much. Like, for real, that means everything to me, and I'm forever grateful for those who have been rocking with me. Appreciate you. If you're new here, hey. Hey, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, you're in for a good time. All right. I'm letting you know a little bit about me. You see what it is. So, I mean, yes. Is it this, people are asking, is your show, LGBTQ? No, it's not. I just happen to be a part of the LGBTQ plus community. But this is not that type of podcast, or show. I mean, but we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about us. Like I said, I'm going to tell us when we wrong, like, hey, we need to cut our shit out a little bit, or but I'm a Gemini. So we, as y'all say, we all got too many personalities. Y'all two-faced. No, we're not. We're just, we're mutable. So that means we can adapt to different environments and things. So, yeah, so that's what it is. So we're going to have a good time. I'm going to talk about things that needs to be talked about. But of course, if you are here, I just want you to know there is a segment that I introduced in the beginning of the show that I just want y'all to vibe to, because a lot of y'all tell me what the vibe is that y'all get from this show, and y'all getting the right vibe. We just chilling. I'm just kicking it with y'all, storytelling, because I think I'm a great storyteller. And y'all be confirming it. So I appreciate y'all. But yeah, so anyway, I want y'all to always pour up and pull up. All right? Whatever you want to pour up and pull up and enjoy, while you watch or listen to this show, because that's what it is. We just chilling. Like, seriously. We just chilling in the den, and you just shooting the shit. I'm just shooting the shit with you. If y'all was here, we'd be having in person cool ass conversation. I promise you we would. I promise you we would. I'm gonna make you something good to drink. Whatever. Your pour up could be anything. Coffee, water, juice, tea. Y'all should know it by now. Coffee, water, juice, tea, whatever you would like, wine, cocktails, mine a little rum, just rum. Mm. Y'all mean rum. Yes, I came across this smooth ass coconut rum yesterday. And if you know me, you know I don't drink anything straight. I don't, unless it's a shot, unless I'm doing a shot. I don't just sip on anything because I'm like, this shit burn. Or like, and I don't like the taste of liquor. I just don't. But I like rum, but I'm usually mixing it. You know what I'm saying? And when I taste this one yesterday, because I saw it in the store, I was like, you know what? Let me just check this one out. Let me see what's going on with it. And get it home, check it out on my IG. Shit is smooth. I'm telling you. The brand, I don't even want to talk about it because they ain't paying me. Is it Rum Haven or something like that? I can't remember. Look it up. It's coconut. It's really good. It's really good. So that's what I'm sipping on today because we having a good time. We gonna have we got something to talk about. I ain't gonna hold you. Um, this show is it's gonna be interesting. It's not is and it's gonna ruffle some feathers. I'm gonna just let you know that. But before I get into all of that, what was I gonna talk to you about? Oh, so real quick. So last weekend was real cool. What did I do? I was like I wanted to get out the house. I wanted to get out the house. That Saturday, I was just like, let me get out the house. I haven't been out the house really since I've been back in the city, like on the weekend, just to just get out and just do whatever. So I had a day. I was like, you know what? First, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do one event, and I was like, nah, I don't. It was like to go get some plants. I was like, I'm not a plant person. Like that's not gonna work. I don't really get good sunlight in this place, like during the day. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna go to that. So I decided to go check out this donut spot. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do that because I've been wanting to do that. And it's so funny because I have so many things saved on all my social media, like my IG and TikTok, of like restaurants and things I want to try. This is when I lived in Connery. So over the last couple years, I have all of that stuff saved, but everything's in the city and I never went. And now I'm like, yo, I'm close to everything. So let me go check this out. It's not just a figment of I wish or a hope wish, or a wish list. It's not. Nah, it's a. I can actually go check this out. Like, why not? Like, and I'm good with doing shit by myself. So it was this donut spot that I actually just came across the other week, and I was like, y'all know I love donuts, and I miss Houston. Y'all know I miss Shipley so bad. Oh, I miss some Shipleys, especially the one on Ella. Because you got to go to that one. If you live in Houston, you understand. You got to go to the Shipleys on Ella. Yes. Oh my God, that original glaze. I love donuts. I really do. Like that's my thing. I don't care how healthy I'ma eat. I'm still gonna have a donut. I love donuts. And not all donuts are great. Okay. Anyway, I was like, yeah, let me go check out this donut spot, do my little content creating thing. I was like, I could do that because I'm confident enough. I don't give a care. Everybody out got their cameras out everywhere doing whatever they want to do. How the hell you think we see their content? That's what they doing. Let's go. Come on, let's go try these donuts. So I went and tried the donuts. I gotta edit. I don't know if I gotta edit it and put it out. But it was cool. And then I was like, you know what? I do want somewhere where I can go have a nice drink or whatever. So I decided to go to Sacalo down in Midtown. So I went down there, baby. This is what I want to tell you. Look, I just was like, I'm just gonna go sit at the bar. Now, mind you, I was cute. As always. I had on some cute shorts, blue jean shorts, like light lavender, just like kind of boxy halter t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And some cute like seafoam color, Jordan 1 lows, I was cute. All right, let me tell you. So, and and the hair was nice. I didn't need a haircut at that point. But yeah, I was good. Smelling good. You know what I'm saying? Just good energy. Just get out the house. And yeah, so I go try the donuts, cool. Go to Zacalo, sit at the bar, chilling. Cause I'm just like, hey, I just already know I'm just gonna be kicking it with the gay boys out here in Midtown. Cause Atlanta doesn't have anything for us girls other than MSR. And I don't go there during the day. Like that's nowhere, it's not open. But anyway, I'm chilling. And I walk in rather, and this is crazy because when I walk in at the bar, there's a few open seats, but I'm like maybe they're saved for somebody. So I see this other masculine presenting chick and black chick, and I was like, within us, I'm gonna tell y'all if y'all don't know, within our community, masc and sus, they don't speak to each other, and I don't understand that because I'm like, yo, I see you, man, like what up? Like we cool, dog. I ain't trying to get your number or nothing like that. We cool. So I wasn't gonna say nothing to her because there was a bag in the seat next to her. But then I was like, yeah, I don't care. Shit. If she wanna act weird, that's on her. That's a her problem. All I'm doing is asking a question. So I was like, hey, is somebody sitting here? And she was like, oh no, I'm sorry. She was actually cool as hell, dog. She was like, I'm so sorry. She was so apologetic. I'm so sorry. I just put that bag right there. You could sit there. I was like, I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know her, so I ended up talking to her. We were kicking it so hard. She was with her homeboys. It was like, and it was all their birthdays, like within the first couple weeks of August or whatever. So they were celebrating. I sit down, I order me a drink, whatever, because I was like, I want a good margarita. I order a margarita. I didn't know they had already been drinking like during the day. So me and her just shooting the shit. We just talking, kicking it. Like, I'm like, yo, I just came in here to eat and maybe sip on some stuff and probably leave out. I just knew that was gonna be my day. But again, I never meet a stranger. Like, it's been a minute. I haven't done it in a minute especially since I lived out in Conyers. Just go on and sit somewhere and just, because that's what I always did in Houston. Even when I first moved here, my friend used to be like, "You by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? Like, I'm cooling. I'm cool with me." And then I never meet a stranger. Like, I just go sit at a bar, or if I want to go sit at a table, if I just want to be by myself, I'll sit at a table. But more than likely, I'm at a bar because if I'm at a bar, I want human interaction. I want that, like, I'm welcome to it. Rather, I'm open to it if it's right. You weird and shit. I know how to shut shit down. But this girl, she was cool as hell, and I was just like, yo, and we was just chopping it up, talking, laughing. She was with her homeboys, and they were like, everybody was nice. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I love good, and they was like, no, you cool, and they was like, they had got a big old thing of margaritas, right? A pitcher. And so I had just literally got my little margarita I ordered, right? The presidential. It was so good. And I just got it. I had just took like 2 sips of it. He was like, your glass low. You need more. I was like, yo, I was like, nah, that's y'all shit. Like, it's y'all birthday, y'all having a good time. I was just talking to her. He was like, no, you cool. You cool with her, we cool. You cool with us. Like, I'm just like, again, this goes on to how good your energy is and how cool you are, like, just as a person, because you give good energy. Like, that shit radiates. Like, I am more so conscious of it, so much more, to where I'm just like, yo, that's why I was like, yo, if I ask her a question and she get weird about it, man, that's on her, because I ain't worried. Because before I'd be like, man, I ain't even gonna ask, because I already know the attitude. She probably gonna be looking at me crazy, like, why you talking to me type shit. That No, yo, is somebody sitting there? Like, I'm not gonna be like, yo, somebody's, I ain't gonna be all tough and hard. Hey, somebody sitting there? Is this seat saved, or oh no, or yeah, somebody's okay, cool. Appreciate you. Go around the other side. Like, no, like, nah. I leave shit up to people. Like, whatever they got going on is what it is what their interpretation is gonna be, period. But yeah, I thought that was like so cool. Oh, and then so we talking to them. The other table across from them, it was their birthday too. They were celebrating. So of course they order shots. and they give her shot too. And she like, I can't. She was like, hey, friend. Hey, friend, she gonna slide her shot glass. Hey, friend, cause I saw them bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very aware, bitch. Like I don't take my eyes off of nothing that's given to me or as it comes or nothing. I don't leave no drinks. I don't do none of that. Cause matter of fact, when I first got there and she told me I could sit there, I didn't order nothing. I said, okay, well, now save the seat. This is what I said to her. I said, okay, now save the seat because I actually got to use the bathroom. Because I wasn't gonna order no drink. Y'all bring me my drink and I sit there and use it. No, that's just. I think people really know common sense not to do that, right? Oh, I don't know. Common sense ain't common. That's why y'all got me. Like for real. Listen, I'm telling you, it was cool. So she was cool. So I sat there. I was like, dang, friend, because I wasn't, I wasn't trying to be real tipsy like that. I was gonna probably have like maybe 2 margaritas, but then margaritas was strong as shit. So I was like, but I'm still probably gonna have 2. I was like, yeah. And so I was like, all right. I said, all right, dang, friend, all right, I got you. I wasn't trying to take no shots. I wasn't in the shot mood that day. I was in let me get a margarita and let me get my little tipsy on and then tip on out after I pay my bill, right? Um, so I was just like, all right, cool. So I was like, all right, friend, I got you. And I was like, all right, we all took the shot or whatever. I took the shot. I was like, damn, all right. I'm drinking. And again, her friend, friend, yo, that's what I tell people. Let me tell you something. Y'all probably already know where I'm about to go. Y'all don't like gay people, but party with us. I'm telling you, we gonna make sure you drink. We gonna include you. We gonna make sure you good. We don't even know you. If you good people, we still come on. Yes. Child, please. Y'all so crazy. Like for real. Excuse me. I'm like, I didn't know he was like, friend, my drink started getting low. Friend, come on, friend, hand me that glass. And I watched them pour it from the little thing. Thank you. Good time. They left. They wanted me to go up the street with them to another place. I didn't because I was like, I gotta get home to my dog. Let my dog out. And at that time I was watching my neighbor's dog, which was hilarious. And, and so then there was this guy that came and sat next to me at the bar. He was fine. Fine down. Like, So then after they was getting ready to leave, he said something. He was like, they gonna have you fucked up. And I was like, I'm not playing with them. I don't know them. He was like, oh, you don't. So then it was crazy because they left and me and him just sat and chilled and talked for like an hour. And then I closed my tab out, and then I ended up ordering another drink because he had ordered like a drink, finished that, and then he ordered another one. I said, well, shit, you order another, let me get another one. And me and him kicked it. He was from Honduras. He was so cute, y'all. Oh my God. And we exchanged numbers, IGs, and social media shit. He cool as hell. I mean, cool and live by me. Like we cool. Like he was so cool. And that's what I'm saying. The moral of this long ass story was, if you have good energy and you're a good person, it's gonna shine through. People are gonna be, as you know, drawn and attracted to that, no matter what. No matter what. People are going to be attracted to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people do view us masculine presenting and the studs as real hard and like, don't talk to me. Because a lot of them are. I am the most like, hey, but I be trying to like, I think I said this last season. I be doing like how dudes do when other dudes around, they deepen their voice. I be wanting to say, hey friend, like I like your shoes. Your shoes is dope. But other than that, I be having to say, yo, what's up? Yo, I dig them shoes, they fly. And they're like, oh, I appreciate it, bro. I'm like, nah, you got that. I gotta, and I be wanting to be like, those are so cute. Those are so cute. Where you get them? Man, dog, you are so pretty. Or you are so cute. Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of us masks, we are very pretty. Because we're still women. What the fuck? We still women. People be like, I don't know how to call you. I be wanting to call you pretty. You can. I love when my mom will be like, On social media, you always got them family members that just comment, just shit on your post that you just ain't got nothing to do with it. I can post a video of me talking. I can post a video of me talking noise on Facebook. My mom, my mom was still coming. You are so pretty, Jewel. Cause the family members, they older, and they comment, call me Uncle Earl died or something. It's just, you are so pretty. I'm like, oh, thank you, mom. Like, yes, you can call. Yo, that's so funny because that's real. My mom don't care. I can be on there cussing, talking shit, and she'll be like, "Love you, Jewel." Yo, you are so pretty. Thanks. Yo, this shit is hilarious to me. Anyway, I needed this laugh for real because, ooh wee. But yeah, so wrap that up because I'm about to go into the rest of this shit today. Y'all just have good energy about yourself. Just be a good person, and people will want to be around you. I didn't go there looking to meet nobody at all. But listen, y'all, I got my iPad today because I got notes. I have to. Because the topic we gonna talk about. Listen, because I was like, let me make sure I stay in a place to make sure I'm saying the right things. First of all, because um, regardless, things are left up to people's interpretation. That's what I was talking about at the top of the show when I said we'll come back to that. Because no matter what you do, no matter how clearly you say something, whatever your intentions are, people are still going to misunderstand it because that's their interpretation, where their mind is, as my friend used to say, where their little mind is at. So for real. So anyway, so I'm gonna say, so if you were on my IG, so I'd say y'all need to follow me because I talk a lot on my IG, especially on my stories. You know what I'm saying? I give y'all something to view for 24 hours and then it's gone. I give y'all something to listen to for 24 hours and then it's gone. Right? So the other day, other day I was on talking about something that I wanted to talk about but wasn't sure on how to talk about it because something came up on my IG that I still don't know how it makes me feel. Okay. So I was like, I have friends that I have, the Bible talks about having wise counsel. Huh? And I have friends that I call my wise counsel. I called two of my friends and I ran to them what I saw, what I heard, what was said, and where I'm at with it. And do I have a right to feel this way? Or should I even say anything about it? Or should I talk about it rather? And both of them, they don't even know each other. Okay? I call my boy Marcus. My boy, well, hey, listen, I'm a Gemini, y'all. First of all, just had a Gemini moment. Like literally. I'm a Gemini. Marcus is a Gemini, right? He understands me. I understand him. I don't usually like guy Geminis. I don't. Yo, weird. I'll say this sidebar because we're gonna come back. We gonna talk about this. I'm sorry, y'all gonna fight me. Y'all could fight me in the comments because I want to have this dialogue. All right, y'all go because y'all get mad about this. Male Geminis, if you are any of my male Gemini listeners, I love y'all. I love us. I do. Geminis, we are dope. You gotta. If you understand us, you'll love us. Trust me. Um, but y'all weird, y'all different. And it's only one that I like, and that's my boy Marcus. All right. So anyway, but I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Stay here, okay? Anyway, yeah. So my boy Marcus understands me through and through. Marcus has talked me off of multiple Gemini ledges. And if you know, Geminis, when we don't go there unless we are provoked. And by then, not even unless we're provoked, we have given you a lot of chances. Okay, and grace. He has talked me off of a few Gemini ledges. He's matter of fact, the theme music to this show, Marcus made that for me. Give it up. Marcus Walker, Houston, Texas, baby. H-Time. And then anyway, so I appreciate that. So Marcus, I called Marcus, talked to Marcus. Marcus is straight up. Hey sis, what the hell? Yeah, I think you need to talk about it. But da 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 da. Okay, cool. Took it in. Bet. The next day, called my talked to my best friend, Alicia. Big ups to Alicia. Whoop whoop. Love you, friend. Alicia was like, yeah, you need to talk about that. Why not? Talk about it. It needs to be talked about because yada yada yada. Yeah, yeah. Me and Alicia, let me tell you, me and Alicia's messages, ooh wee. I love voice memos because that's the relationship me and her have. My voice memos, because I'm a Gemini, we talk a lot. We're gonna give you all the details, and then you probably gonna get two stories within one. You see what I'm saying? You gotta follow. You know what I'm saying? But then Alicia, she's a Sagittarius, so that's we all right there. That's one of our twins. Not to get too deep and woo with y'all Christians, because that's what I'm gonna wrap all. Ooh we, I'm on y'all ass. I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm about to be on y'all belt to ass. Okay. Um, y'all like, wait a minute, ain't you a Christian? I am. But I'm about to be on. That's what I said. I talk about everybody. I call everybody to the carpet. I am no respect of hey. Anyway, me and Alicia's messages, our voice memos, that they be long as hell. I be like, hey, we'll be texting, and then I be like, cause I don't be feeling like I can't type everything, and then you gotta hear like you know what I mean. That's just our friend. We don't talk on the phone all the time. We girl and send it. So I talked to Alicia, and Alicia was like, "Wait a minute, doggone it! Like, yeah, I ain't even gonna hold you. Both of them Houston, both of them H Town. I love my friends. So appreciate. Shout out to Marcus Walker and Alicia, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. Love for real, for real, for real. So I talked to them. So those are my wife's counsel. You know what I'm saying? So I talked to them because I'm like, they know me. They know me and they know and they're non-biased, like they are not, they'll tell me when I'm wrong. So that's what I'm saying, get y'all some friends that's gonna be straight up with you. They gonna tell me when I'm wrong. They gonna be like, nah friend, you straight with that, you good with that, or they encourage me, like anyway. So yeah, so I hit them up and I was like, because this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, this is where I'm at with it, like. So let me just so yeah, so I have my iPad because I was like, I need to make notes. That's what Marcus said. Marcus was like, make you some notes. Because I don't usually use notes for my shows. Because I already know what I'm gonna talk about because I've already put it in my phone, know what, topics, and then I just free flow from there. But I'm like everything I'm telling you, like I say, is the truth. That's the crazy thing. It's like because my memory. That's another thing. My memory is amazing. I have like was it like a memory like an elephant? Like I remember shit, details. It's crazy how I remember things, and so I'm just like, yo. So nah, I don't ever have this in here, but I do today because I want to make sure that I'm saying what needs to be said. So again, the other day I was on IG, heard some stuff, listened to some stuff. It's like, okay, well, let me go investigate. It led me to some stuff that I saw, watched the videos and listened. Okay. So I'm really having a crazy time trying to okay. I'm all for people finding whatever works for them. Right? Right. Like whatever works for them in their convictions. Right. I'm all cool. I'm cool for that. Like whatever works for you. Right. So whether you find your conviction, and I speak of Christianity because that's what I am. You find it in Christianity, you find it in whatever higher being or whatever you reference, right? And your conviction is something that you feel within inside of you. There's a difference between conviction and condemnation. Okay? I'm talking about conviction, not condemnation. Condemnation comes from, usually from my opinion, from what I understand, from other people. Pretty much like judging you, you know? Conviction is something that you feel within inside of you that lets you know, like, yeah, this ain't cool. This ain't right. Right? And then you maneuver around based on your convictions. Simply put. I'll just say it like that. Because I'm not a deep person like that. Just simple. Straight to the point. So I'm cool with that. I have my convictions. You have your convictions. Everyone has their convictions. Now, how you maneuver into allowing that to affect your life, that's on you. It's between you and God, right? Cool. So I want to speak to the Christian faith. And I am only speaking from the Black church perspective. I don't know anything else because, as we know, white evangelicals, they're different. Okay, Black evangelicals or Black Pentecostals or Black, Christians, we're different. All right. I grew up, and y'all should know by now. I grew up Black Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ, where holiness is right. Okay. So, so it was hard for me in my life for me to come up knowing that I had feelings, even as a young girl, that I had feelings towards same sex. Okay. If you watch previous season, I'll talk a lot about it, a lot about that. You know what I'm saying? So growing up in the church, couldn't say a lot of things. We couldn't, I hate that we didn't have the access to and the tools of therapy now. Back then it was, you going to see her shrink? Oh, she cool. No. Need to go see somebody because I may be dealing with feelings that I can't explain because the church has been saying that it's a spirit and I'm going to go to hell because I have these feelings and I need to be delivered from this spirit. And then I will be made whole. Okay. So that's how a lot of us grew up. Okay. And we were always taught it was a spirit. And that caused a lot of us, I'll say a lot of us in the church, to either rebel, not come out to our parents because we couldn't, because we felt like we couldn't, because they were in the church. And I will say my parents never spewed that. They never did. I have an uncle. I've never heard my parents that I heard of. I've never heard, and knowing them, I don't think they have. I've never heard my parents speak ill of him, of his lifestyle, right? Never. Cool. So, but I still felt like I couldn't say anything because of, we're all in the church. My parents are ministers. I play the drums at the church. I can't say nothing, you know? So a lot of us grew up like that and then come out, if they did come out to their family or parents, came out later on in life. I came out very later on in life. I'll talk about that another day. But anyway, my thing is, I'm all for people changing their lives and finding God in whatever that they need to find God in that area of their life, right? Whatever your conviction is, I get it. I get it, right? So what I was hearing the other day was some things that was being portrayed a different way than in talking to one of my friends the other day, we were talking about it and they were like, also, this person is just shooting blame out there. Just shooting blame. Boom. Just blame is just being shot out there. Not once. Now I'll say they did say, they continued on in a lifestyle, and I'll give them that. But it started with an individual who preyed on them. And I'm just like, and knowing the story, this is what I have to say. You have what's called free will. There's a thing called free will, right? So you can't, before I get into, no, there's a thing called free will. I'll come back to what I was about to say. There's a thing called free will, and that God gives all of us, right? And so you have a free will to do whatever you choose to do or not do whatever you choose not to do, right? Unless someone is really putting your life in danger and making you make a decision. Other than that, you got free will, right? So for you to say, my life, oh God, I know y'all probably like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, because I'm trying not to go too much in certain specifics. I'll just be straight up, because I don't want, first of all, there's a lot of things I can't say. And y'all know I say, and y'all like, wait a minute, what happened to fearless perspective? This comes a part where you talk about having wisdom, common sense. Because as you know, everybody ain't wrapped too tight, right? So you got to use wisdom, especially when you realize and you use your discernment as to what you're dealing with and the type of person, where consider the source. That's all I'm saying. So I will say this. Everything is not a spirit. Stop calling everything a spirit. And I'm not, and I know some of y'all probably be like, oh, she a rapper, baby. No. It's not a spirit. You talk to any therapist. And they'll tell you, no, it's not a spirit. It's a personality trait. It's a decision or a choice a person decided to make. Whatever. It ain't. Because I will say, okay, here we go. Because as we know, homosexuality is the biggest sin. I'm just going to say, I know everybody's like, ain't no sin greater than the other. No. Everybody, even people who are not even Christian, who do not like homosexuals, would be like, man, that's just the worst thing you can do. So in their mind, that's the worst, what we'll call that their worst sin that you could commit, right? So in the church, all right, I'm only talking about the church. In the church, they look at that and they say, well, homosexual, you need to be delivered from homosexual. We harp on that, but we don't say shit about the pedophile. We don't. And I know y'all tired of hearing about that comparison, but shit, y'all call the gays, they preying on the children. No, the hell we are not. It's these straight men, quote unquote, fucking around with these children. But y'all in the church don't want to pray and call that spirit out or handle that or deal with that. But y'all always look at the homosexual. Oh, that's a spirit that needs to be cast out. That needs to be da-da-da-da-da. Or they only gay because this happened to them and this, nah. Or, right? Okay, cool. Dealt with that my whole life, right? It's sickening. I know people are like, why you still go to church? Because that's just because everything boils down to me and my relationship with God. It took me a long time for me to learn that God loved me. Because I went through, let me tell you something. I went through my life, and it's crazy because coming up in the church, I always, again, we were taught, hey, it's a sin, or it's a spirit and all this other stuff. Okay, cool. Again, why is that one so harped on? Because a lot of us came up with dealing with feelings as a young child and couldn't say nothing about it and hoped and prayed that it went away. Wanted to say, I am delivered. And this leads me into this, because I understand that some people go through that whole thing where God delivers them from lesbianism or homosexuality or whatever, and that's fine. I went up and tried to do it when I think I was like 2021. Yeah, about 2021. I remember a Sunday. Went up, and the words I spoke was, I want to be delivered from the spirit of lesbianism. What? And that lasted for about 3 months. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. That lasted about 3 months because I was trying to fight it. And you know what I'm saying? And then I didn't have anybody in my life to be like, okay, girl, look, if you got to walk this thing, we're going to walk this together, and this is how we're going to do it. Or this is how I did it. Or this is how I was delivered from it. Or this is how I abstained from it. Nobody, right? But then again, I was just like, also too, this is me. I also be like, well, God, if you really want to take it away from me, you would have, and you would have taken it away from me. But I will say this, some things, and I know a lot of Christians are probably like, oh, you just out there. No, some things, I will say this to the deep and wonderful, spooky Christians, stop making it so spooky. Y'all irk me. I was born and raised in church. Y'all irk me. And I know the Lord. But y'all irk me so bad because y'all look at everything and y'all judge it and condemn everything because you're new to Christ. I get whatever. I get it. It's a rebirth. I get it. In no way, shape, or form am I dismissing that from anybody. And no, because I understand what that is to have that experience in whatever it is. I'm not just talking about in homosexuality. In whatever it is, when you have that refreshing experience, renewing, reviving experience with God, it's something you can't really explain. So I get it. But I'm talking about, like, why is that the thing that's harped on the most? Why is that the thing where we all got to get on social media and make videos about how God delivered us from homosexuality, but we don't get on there and we don't and I know y'all looking at me real crazy right now because y'all like, first of all, you're a Christian and you're a lesbian and you coming after them. I am talking, yes, because I'm like, why don't anybody else get on there and talk about how God delivered them from drinking so much or being an alcoholic or a crackhead or shit like that or from lying? How come we don't talk about that? Why? Because we look at that as minor. That's not just a minor sin. It's just a little, what y'all look at is like an itty bitty little spirit, and then homosexuality is just like, the biggest demon of them all. Like, I don't understand it. I don't. And I'm glad I don't go to a church that harp on that shit. Because first of all, you live in Atlanta. You know what's here in Atlanta. You know what's in your church. I don't care wherever else city or state you live in. You know what's in your church. You know what's in your home. You know what you are. You know what's in your family. You know what your thoughts are. So some people have to live their lives in ways. I know I ain't gonna hold you. I have people now that I know that every time I look at their social media, I'm like, yo, I just really wish you would just come out, because at our big age, you still worried about what the hell somebody gonna say in church if they ain't paying your bills and taking care of you or even caring about what, because I can guarantee you they living their life according to however they want to live their life, just long as you don't know about it. Please. So that's what I'm saying. So I get it. Just live your life. It's 2025, about to be 2026 pretty soon. We too old for that shit. Why live your life in misery because you are afraid to tell someone who you are or what you are? Everybody see the shit, first of all, but you're afraid because you're afraid of what other people will say. And these are other people who have also, especially if you come up in church, have probably also hurt your feelings in some kind of way, mistreated you or some shit like that. I lived that life. I was worried about the wrong motherfuckers because they didn't give a care about me. And I don't know, y'all probably looking like, God damn, where is this coming from? No, because what I saw the other day, it really pissed me off. And I'm going to be straight up with you. That's why I called my friends, because I was like, hold on. Do I have a right to feel? Yeah, I have a right to feel the way I feel because, first of all, again, I don't want to get into much specifics, too many specifics, because yeah, like it's just I'm not. Godly. So let me go to my notes. Okay, let's. All right, all right. Okay, I said that already. Okay, all right. So I will say this. So you can't blame anybody for something that was already in you, right? You can't put blame and call something a spirit because you got caught up in something that you consider a spirit, but it was already in you. I'll say that, and y'all can figure out what that is. All right. You can't blame nobody for you at making a conscious decision to continue on into whatever you chose to do and then call it a spirit because you got wrapped up and tied up and tangled up and all your decisions led to some destruction. You can't blame, oh, that was a spirit, that, and blame it on a person. You can't stop calling everything a spirit. It was because again, God gives us free will. And at a certain point in life, you have to stop and say, hey, hold on. I got to stop making these dumbass decisions and keep dating the wrong people or keep choosing the wrong job or keep moving to the. Why do I keep attracting this type of person? Why do I keep attracting this kind of friend? Because guess what? I looked inwardly as well and did the same thing with me when I'm like, why I keep attracting this type of chick? Why I keep attracting this type of person? And so why are my relationships always ending like this? Or why are they only lasting like this long? So I took a step back and said, okay, after so much, I'm going to step back and I'm just not going to do relationships right now. Because why? I took accountability. Because I'm not going to spend 15, 25, 35 years on living in fucking misery, knowing that, oh, maybe I know I have the answer. My convictions have been saying, okay, Julia, you in the wrong relationship. Then I get in another wrong relationship. My convictions are saying you in the wrong relationship. Then I keep getting in the wrong relationship. I'm not gonna keep doing that. First sign you saw, you gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna keep doing that. Because that's insanity. Ain't that what they say insanity is? Doing the same thing, expecting different results? Like, I'm not going to keep bumping my head, honey. I'm not going to do that. And then knowing that whatever my conviction is, I just keep going until everything that I do just leads a life of destruction. Nah, boo-boo, you got to take accountability at some point and stop calling everything a spirit. The thing that got me into this is because it was the spirit that preyed on me, that did. Well, if it was a spirit that preyed on you, that spirit was in you, and therefore it was a familiar spirit that your spirit saw, huh? Your spirit saw it, and it was a familiar spirit, and so your spirit, you weren't as strong as you thought you were, and it's okay. But again, whatever happens after that, that's on you. Stop calling everything a spirit. Because guess what? Go deeper than spiritual. Go deeper than being spooky. Like, and understand that some things are personality traits. Some things, hey, like I said, we have tried to pray this thing away. And if God can do the impossible, he can. But what I learned is this: some things we all may deal with the same thing. And this is real. This is real. We all may deal with the same thing. But the same thing that I deal with may be a thorn in your flesh, but God knew it shouldn't. That's not my thorn. My thorn may be something else. So you're looking at it like, well, why is this a thorn in my flesh? Why is this bothering me so much? But you okay? Because I ain't gonna lie, my life been good. Now I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had the greatest relationships, but baby, I can't say my life been led a life of destruction because of this spirit. No, it wasn't my thorn. I thought it was, but I learned what my thorn was. And even though my thorn is different, whatever my thorn is, the Bible says, God says, my grace is sufficient enough. Oh, y'all. Yeah, I know y'all like, how this girl do? Yes, I know my Bible. Yeah, I talk to the Lord. I walk with him. Sometimes we like a couple steps behind him, a couple feet behind him. Then I catch up. But I'm not perfect. And I don't try to be, nor would I get on or use any platform to get on here and, and I get it. Everybody has their own walk. But I would never get on a platform and act like, everything was put off on somebody else. Never. I tell y'all all the time, the shit I went through with my relationships, the shit I went through growing up in church with the people I was working up under, the shit I went through at my old job, the shit I went through with old friends. I tell y'all about all the shit, but do y'all ever hear me say, well, reason why is because of them? I have every right to, especially the shit I went through coming up in the church under the people I was under. I have every right to be like, well, the reason why I didn't do or the reason why I'm this is because of them. No, I had to come to a place of accountability and be like, okay, I got to change this because that affected me. But I'm not going to not take accountability because I am at an age now where I can say, all right, you got to cut that out because change the way how you think about that. Change your thoughts about that, or just leave that all the way alone and don't talk to these people ever again. Whatever it may be, right? But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, we and I always go back to free will. We do, because at the end of the day, God really didn't God already know us before he created us? He knew everything about us. That's what the Bible says. God knew us before we were created. He knew everything about us. And that's another thing. I used to always deal with like, well, God, why is, and I know everybody has dealt with this, especially in the church. God, why do I deal with this? But you knew I was, Didn't you know me before I was born? Or you didn't know? And I used to be like, or you didn't know about this part? I remember when I lived in Lansing, Michigan, I was driving on 90, what was that, 90? What's that high? I can't remember that highway now. That highway that run through the city, y'all know, that go to 127, like you going out to Michigan State or East Lansing. Is that 96 or 94? I don't know. But anyway, that little 2-lane highway, right? I was driving that one day, and I'll never forget. And I said to God, I was like, did you miss that part? Did you miss that part? Like, come on, you supposed to know me, everything about me. The numbers are here ahead. I mean, here I got on my head. You supposed to know me before my mom and dad got together. You knew me while I was in my mother's womb. Blah blah blah. If you knew me, does that you supposed to know everything about me? You didn't see that? You didn't see this happening in my life? You didn't see this being this and this and this in my life? You didn't know? God knew. God knew. And I wish people would understand that God knew. And like I said, some things may be a thorn for you, but that's not a thorn for me. It used to be, I used to think it was my thorn, but it's not my thorn. God showed me what my thorns are. Sure did. So I'm just saying that just because it may be a thorn for you and it's not for me, that does not give you a right to judge anybody, of course, or talk down or look down on anybody who may still be. Because I can say my life has been cold. Like, thank God, because God has given me grace. And God has really given me the love, like loved me in a special way that I'm like, he knows I need the love that he gives. Especially because of I was dealing with, oh God, you hate me because, I have feelings for the same sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, 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 I'm not reprobate. Like people, trust me. Like I said, I've gone through the whole pray the gay away thing, and whatever. I tried, and even during that time, child, people wouldn't even let me walk in my deliverance, but they delivered now. See, that's how I have my notes. They walking in their deliverance now, and that's what I'm saying. That's fine. Do what you do, but as a church, stop calling everything a spirit, especially if it's not in the Bible. And let's deal with other things that people deal with. Because y'all harp on like the one thing why everything else in your church is running rampant. Everything else in Christianity is running rampant. But y'all worried about who I'm romantically involved with or who I'm attracted to, or was not even that. Y'all more so worried about who I'm having sex with. And that's just period, point blank. Y'all don't give a care about is this person good for me? Does this person treat me well? Is this person good for my nervous system? Or nothing like that because of what y'all misinterpret in the Bible. Ooh, yeah. But that's all I'm going to say about it. And I really wish I can go into details. The way I want to go into details, I really wish I could, but I can't. And it's not that I can't. I just won't. I won't. I'm using wisdom. All right. I'm using a lot of wisdom. But like I said, so I'm just gonna address the whole body of Christ and any religion that treats, people unkind because of who they choose to love. You can't help who you love. You may be straight and your woman or your man is not attractive, but you love them. Yeah, we're gonna talk about you, but you can't help who you love, huh? And I don't care who you sleeping with or what y'all doing in y'all bedroom. I don't care about that. When I talk to my friends, I don't be looking at my friends like, oh, I wonder how she put it down. I wonder how he put it down. I don't think about none of that shit. I don't care. What we about to eat? They got good drinks? All right, cool. I gotta pay for parking? That's all I care about when I talk to my friends. I don't care about nothing else. Are you good? You okay? All right, cool. That's all I care about. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. I know this probably was like all over the place. My wise counsel confirmed what I kind of thought too. Don't give too many details. I'll say just yet, but it may be in time. I don't know, but right now, nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I'm just gonna speak to the church because what I saw was the perfect example of what the church is and what the church has been, and the reason why a lot of us did not come out when we were in the church, because once you get livered or you get into the church or you get so deep and wonderful and spooky and stuff, and then everything is a sin and you're perfect. And then you don't want to take accountability for your part that you played in certain shit that got your life to where you call it destructive. No, y'all the problem. Y'all the reason why. And like I said, I'm in the church. Y'all the reason why I'm sick of y'all. Like I just go to church right now. I go to church and when church is over, I leave. I don't. It may change. I don't know, but I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Do I want to be connected to my community? Absolutely. But other than that, nah, I don't want the politics. I don't want the judgment. And I've never been, like I said, I'm grateful for my church because I've never felt judged. I've never felt judged there about my lifestyle. I've been loved there. I've been welcomed there. I've been respected there. And whatever things they got in their mind, just don't let me hear it. And just don't treat me no different. But period. That's it. But the church, I got a lot of work to do. Christians, black church, that's all. Like I said, that's the only people I can talk to. I don't deal with white evangelicals. I don't. Y'all know I don't. I don't know. I don't trust them at all. Weird. But let me tell y'all just y'all call shit spirits. You call the things that you don't understand spirit. Everything is not a spirit. It's a conscious decision that you made, and you chose to continue on against your own convictions or against whatever you may know to be right, or against your morals, or against whatever, or you thought to be wrong. That's on you. But I thank God, and like I said, I've never been one to, and I'm not one. I love how people, however you reach God is how you reach God, or whoever you reverence, whatever that journey or that avenue is that you reach, that good. Because sometimes God seems like God got to get me to rock bottom for him to get my attention. I'm trying to stop that. I'm working on that. I really am. Because I'm like, Lord, before I get to rock bottom, what you need from me? Because I'm not trying to get to rock bottom again. I know what rock bottom is. But can we not get that? You can get my attention way before that. Like, yeah, I got you. Tap me on my shoulder. You can tap me on my shoulder ever so gently. I if I even think something wrong, I'll be like, Lord, I listen to my intentions. My Holy Spirit was just inside of me. Yes, I do. But anyway, y'all, I thank y'all. I know this was different. This was different because I ain't gonna lie. It kind of ran me hot a little bit what I saw, because again, this is the shit that I've experienced coming up in the church, and this is what a lot of us have experienced coming up in the church. When it comes down to us having same sex feelings, or you know what I'm saying, but nah. Because things were different. Things were different. Understanding was different. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why, like I said, why homosexuality is the biggest sin when you got motherfuckers out here messing with, the wrong people, innocent people. But y'all worried about what I'm doing in my bedroom. Child, adjusting that bed upright, sleeping in the middle of my shit. Yeah, that's what I'm doing in my bedroom. Watching TV, falling asleep to the TV. Child, yeah, that's what I'm doing in my bedroom. Eating snacks. The fuck? Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in every week. A new episode drops every Tuesday on YouTube and on every platform, podcast platform. Again, you can feel free to follow me on my IG. My personal IG is j.smith517. But most importantly, I want you to follow this page's IG at the Fearless Perspective Show. All right. All you got to do is follow it, because that's where I'm going to be pushing the reels and stuff that I want y'all to share. Like for real. I don't want to put them to my personal page. I want you to follow my personal page though, because that's where I'm gonna start doing more different content creation and stuff like that. All right. And then of course, make sure you subscribe to this page. Comment, get involved, y'all. Come on, I'm trying to get this engagement up, dog. The fuck? Anyway, I'm joking. But yeah, no, but comment. I need y'all to comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Cause look, we trying to build something so I can have a big party for us and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Hire some of y'all because I need help. But anyway. I appreciate y'all again for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next week. Make sure you share. You see me posting, make sure you share it. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a family member, a neighbor, or somebody. Hey, I listened to this podcast with this chick named Julia. She pretty cool. I like what she be having to say. She tell good stories. She's good at storytelling. You should check her out. She's kind of comical, but she ain't gonna hold you either. Yeah, I appreciate you in advance for sharing. All right, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself for real. Much love to you. Peace.